Welcome to Coffee and Candor. This is Brandy,
Amber,
Chris,
and Ross.
And I'm going to be honest. We don't know what the fuck we're fixing to talk about because
ain't nobody going to hear you if you don't get that microphone closer to you.
Oh my!
Move your fucking iPad.
You're a bitch. You're just such a damn bitch. We don't know what we're talking about, but we do know. Let's talk about Chris being a bitch. Let's do that.
I'm not in the mood for anybody's shit. So.
Well.
Me neither. I have a raging headache.
All right, so
I just have rage,
and I can't see straight.
Oh God, let's talk about that. My rage meter, like how long it takes me to rage, is getting lower and lower and lower. What's the fuck?
Well, we've had 4 significant losses in the last 8 weeks, and so my ability to give a fuck about anybody's reason for any fucking thing is pretty much in the negative now.
Oh my God, I'm just so done with people.
And it doesn't really matter who it is. It doesn't matter if it's some asshole on the road or some idiot in Walmart that's taken up the whole aisle. I almost knocked a woman over the other day just because she wouldn't fucking move when she saw me walking towards her.
I hate when they look right at you and they're like, whatever.
Yeah, I hip checked her cart.
Bitch, I will run you over with this buggy.
Well, the thing is, you'll try to be polite and be like, "Excuse me,"
and then they'll look at
and they look at you like, "Bitch, I know you didn't."
Oh, that would be a horrible idea. This woman looked at me and then, I mean, she didn't like make a face or anything, but I know she saw me because we made eye contact. And she didn't move, and I hip checked the shit out of her cart. I was like, well,
or when it's a group of people and they think they have
to
walk shoulder to shoulder down an aisle,
in the parking lot, and they're like 57 people across. And you're like, ah!
You wanted to talk about the husband-wife being a package deal.
Yeah, okay. So, and I've seen several people post this meme about, like, you know, there's no liking him without liking me, or vice versa, we're a package deal. And I just kind of wanted, since we've all been married so long, I wanted to kind of like everybody's thoughts on that. Like, for me, you don't have to like me to have a relationship with Ross or vice versa, but you damn better respect us both. Mm-hmm. Like, you can't be talking shit about Ross and think that I'm just going to be, like, cool with that. Like, yeah. You know, I got no use for that.
Yeah, if there's any kind of disrespect, fuck you.
Yeah, it's
we're
like,
done.
They rank higher than you in my world. Sorry.
100% of the time.
Yeah, it's like, and I guess I don't understand, like, people that's not the default. Mm-hmm. Like, who expects that somebody's just going to sit there and let you talk shit about the partner that they share everything with?
Yeah.
It's like, maybe there's something wrong with you. I mean, you know, maybe you don't like their personality or whatever, but if you care any at all about me, you should have the respect you have, or the admiration, or whatever you have for me ought to carry over enough that you respect me to not put me in that position.
Well, to me, I mean, and I get that since the internet age has happened, people have gotten more and more at ease about just saying whatever the fuck because they think nobody can touch them. They're on the other side
That's
of
because
a screen.
people have gotten too used to talking shit without getting punched in the mouth.
But oh yeah, I know.
But
trust
the people
me.
in our life that talk shit, they do it right in person. They don't give a fuck. They just, like, you know.
But the thing is, it seems like in the last year or so, people have just gotten just shitty. I mean,
I don't think it's new.
I had a post I went a little crazy on.
No.
Like, this one fucking bitch literally said, basically, she doesn't give a shit that people have died. She takes comfort in her paycheck. Like,
what?
Really?
Wow.
That's why I went crazy. Yeah. She was like, my bank account gives me comfort. She's like, I hate it you lost people, but my bank account gives me comfort.
Wow.
Like,
yeah, that.
I hope you die alone.
I mean, that's really shitty.
Yeah, that's pretty shitty.
In your old age with your bank account.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, there was more comments along that same vein.
Yeah, it wasn't isolated. Like, people
really,
were
fucker?
Like, like,
awful.
Like, how do you say shit like that to another living human and then look at yourself in the mirror?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter what the reason is. It doesn't matter if it's COVID or something that has a really high mortality rate.
They're still dead and people are still grieving.
Yeah, nobody said shit like that. What was it in 2013? Swine flu. Swine flu killed like 60 million people worldwide.
Yeah.
Right? Just an ungodly amount of people. So many more than than almost any pandemic that we know about.
And
And I don't remember hearing people say shit like that.
Yeah.
I don't either.
And like it's.
That's because we weren't shut down.
Yeah, it didn't inconvenience.
But at the same time, though, Amber, they had a protest yesterday at the governor's mansion over
About
the
the
mask
mask,
mandate.
yeah.
It's a fucking mask. Big deal.
No, I didn't even hear about it.
Oh, good God.
She told me about it last night, and I was like, oh.
You know what pisses me off about those? And I noticed this at that one. I just saw a quick video. Whether it's about the mask or COVID or Black Lives Matter or KKK, whatever.
The current protest
when people
list.
bring their fucking kids and have them holding signs, that pisses me off.
You see that all the time.
Do not involve your children in adult issues.
Yeah,
period.
you're not teaching your kid about civics. You're teaching them how to be an asshole.
Right, and I see it all the time. Like those issues, I see it. Like there used to be people that, and I don't know why, because we've never had an abortion clinic in town. But there
I remember that. Yeah,
the abortion plaques, little kids holding them up, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, gross.
Yeah,
Don't
that
involve
says
your children
way
in
more
that.
about you than your issues. You're trying to.
That's like taking your kid to watch an execution.
Yeah,
to teach him about the judicial system.
Yeah, you may think you're teaching your kids something. They don't understand what's
You're
going
just
on.
scarring little minds.
Exactly.
That's what you're doing. And
you're traumatizing a small child.
Kids do understand more than you think, but that's a little advanced.
Right,
Yeah.
and what's even more dangerous is they may get a lesson from it, but it might not be the one you're looking for. You know what I mean? I mean, because you don't know what all's going on and how they're processing, and that's just.
And then,
But the point is, Brandy, they've proved to you how much holier than thou they are.
Well,
and then people get pissed when the police come with, like tear gas and shit.
Well, they're children. Well,
you're the ones that brought them.
Yeah.
And not only that, so here, a lot of people don't get this. You're not going to be tear gassed by the cops if you're staying within the parameters of the law. That does not happen, not ever, not once. Well, maybe occasionally, but not recently.
It's not the norm.
Yeah.
It's not.
So all these assholes that are out here protesting and, oh my God, they tear gassed us. How many warnings did they give you because you were disturbing the peace at 11 o'clock at night in the middle of a residential neighborhood?
If I was part of the actual peaceful protest, and then all these people started coming in,
I'd be out.
Yeah.
Y'all need to leave. And then when the shit goes down and they start talking crap, y'all need to stand up and say no. We were the peaceful protest.
Oh, but they won't.
These people came in and we left. It wasn't us.
Yeah, because all they do is pollute your message. They any ground you gained, you lost.
Absolutely lost.
And again, like you can't, because I've seen that card played a lot. They were tear gassing and there were children present.
Who brought the kids?
Didn't put those children there. You put your children in a potentially volatile situation, and that's on you, boo.
You know what? And that's another thing. This is something locally here in Little Rock that's happened in the last week or two. What the fuck, people? Have you seen where that young artist was painting the murals on the bridge on 7th Street? It's actually like a railroad underpass, I think.
I haven't seen it.
And yeah, it had to do with justice and black, but it wasn't anything grotesque or ridiculous or anything else. Fuckers 2 different times now have defaced the damn thing.
Did he have like a permit or anything?
It was a woman. The
she
city.
Was like commissioned.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So who has defaced it?
They don't know.
What have they put on there?
They've just completely covered it in other paint. Just big blobs of paint and everything else.
It's like why we can't have nice things.
Well, not only that, but if she was commissioned by the city, they're defacing public property,
right?
Which is in fact a felony, if I'm not mistaken.
And what kills me is like you see all these people, like one of the news stations will post about it being defaced again, right? And all these fucking retards that don't read the article, don't know what the fuck's going on, get on there and want to run their mouth.
They read the headline and make assumptions.
It was just bullshit graffiti anyway. She should be arrested for really, dumbass.
Yeah, no.
She was commissioned.
If it was commissioned by the city,
that's not graffiti.
That's not absolutely not
graffiti. I don't
graffiti.
think it was commissioned by the city, but she went to the city and asked to do it, and the city approved it.
Yeah. So either,
and like I say, it wasn't anything outrageous or crazy, but it,
But either way, she had permission from the city to do that.
She wasn't like she wasn't breaking any law.
Right.
She did everything right.
Yeah.
What the fuck is with people just hopping on shit like that
people
and
don't
because they can't be fucked to take the 5 minutes to read it.
God,
their
dang.
opinions must be expressed immediately. And
how do you have an opinion if you don't fucking know what the subject is?
I mean, that's like the norm.
That's been the norm for about 10, 12 years now.
And it's getting worse every day.
It doesn't matter what the facts are. What matters is your initial feeling. And then fuck anything else.
Yeah. And like I don't know if y'all seen this about the big gator that was killed yesterday in Arkansas.
13-foot, 7 big fucking.
Does Arkansas have that?
Yes,
that mandate where if it's over 10 foot and it's out in the public that they've got to put it down?
I know Florida does, but that's because they have so many.
I think Louisiana does too.
I don't think Arkansas does. We now have a gator hunting season.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
and
that.
they do permits for it.
Yeah, and this one broke the record, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
He was the biggest.
Actually, I think this year the record's already been broken like twice.
Could you imagine going gator hunting and have to call a motherfucker with a trailer?
Yeah, shit.
For real, I mean, who the fuck has a 13-foot bed?
Hey, dude, you'll have to see some of those. Like, it wasn't Monster Quest, but it was like one of those shows, and they were studying invasive species in the United States, and so they were looking at like the pythons in Florida and all that. They were looking at alligators. They're rolling down the canals or whatever in the Everglades, and dude's like, "Oh, there you go. There's one right there." And he's like, "Oh yeah, that's a big one." Then they get on around the corner where they can actually see him, and they actually measured him, and he was like 18 foot something inches long. I mean, this was a big gator.
What makes me sad, and it does make me sad that they killed this gator, because if he was a problem gator, he would have never gotten to be that big.
But they legally...
I'm not saying that.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but it wasn't like they broke the law.
Yeah,
they
it becomes legal when they get to a large enough number.
It just still kind of... Because, like, he obviously was very old.
And here's another thing. If he rolled up in your yard, and it's kind of wet around us, you never know what may show up.
Yeah.
If he rolled up in your yard and ate one of your dogs, you'd be killing that fucking gator.
Your dogs or your goat,
yeah,
your pig.
I mean, I'm usually a live and let live.
On the
kind
one hand, yes, you're right.
You'd be having some alligator boots and a purse.
For real, I'm usually a live
or
and let
I would
live.
make a pet out of him.
No, you wouldn't.
You'd be Betty White Thursday.
Hell no.
I try. You know the fuck I would.
Yeah, just once.
Until he ate one of my dogs, and I'd be like, we can't be friends
Lake
anymore.
Placid.
Oh,
Lake
wow,
Placid,
that's
yeah.
so
It's a
funny.
classic.
But-
Come on.
Come to mommy.
But I mean, I'm
That's who I
usually
aspire to be with.
Betty White.
for the most part, I'm a live and let live kind of guy, as long as it's not a snake.
Yeah. I like snakes
but-
as long as they're not going to bite me.
Yeah, as long as they're not near me, I'm fine with them.
Cottonmouths. That's the only thing that bothers me.
No, well, any of them being near me,
The
I
rest
kind of have
of
a
them-
problem with.
Are as afraid of you as you are
The
them.
cottonmouths are freaking aggressive.
I don't believe that. I don't think that's real.
Rattlesnake, pythons. I don't want any of them.
Yeah, but
like
but
the rat snakes and stuff. Those are fine.
they're fine for you.
This is like,
I'll be
don't
in the
speak
house.
For me.
Yeah, you don't speak for me. but no, I'm usually a live and let live kind of guy. But I dare say, if one of those bitches rolled up in my backyard,
I mean, like,
I would unload all 10,000 rounds of ammo that I'm sure I don't have.
But at the same time, it just, because like he was obviously old and he hadn't been a problem. I get it, but it still hurts my little heart.
But at the same time, dude, alligators have been reintroduced to Arkansas. They were gone from Arkansas.
Okay, but if they were reintroduced, they were a native species.
Just
because we fucked them over, My ancestors were native species too, and we've been reintroduced. So, maybe I have a little more empathy for the people being reintroduced because,
I wonder what the biggest alligator ever.
I don't know, but that was a big old hoss, like you said.
Well, I mean,
you gotta have a crane and a trailer.
Well, that motherfucker that was 18 foot long, you could shoot that thing, fold it in half, and still have it sticking out of the back of a truck 3 feet.
Well, that same show, I think they were over in India. Because there's been a lot of reports of animals eating people in India, and they could not.
They got a lot of little monkeys over there too.
It was crocodile. They could not find the actual crocodile, but they found where they thought it was nesting.
Okay.
And they measured some of the stuff, and they estimated that crocodile to be 22 feet long.
Fuck me.
One thing I
They
felt,
did it. They had like a measurement of his, belly width, and I mean the belly width was like this.
Shit on a cracker.
Okay,
Holy
the
fuck.
current world record for a caught alligator, August 2014. I don't know where at. Oh, Alabama